Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, peeps and seeps, what it is, what do you do? Welcome back to the Mac Life, the number one podcast here in the world. We're back for episode 187. Now, if you're new to the channel, we go over absolutely everything to do with making money online, living your freest life, because what's the good of money without freedom? And then I show you all the hidden strategies online that others won't, for free. Why for free? Because this is the value channel. Now, this is the first video that you've watched of mine. Okay, I do these in podcast style format. So before you sit there and type, why do you talk about so much random shit? Bro, it's a podcast. This is a podcast. We do these in podcast style format. We go over some updates in the Mac life, and then we get into a main sort of topic towards the end. Now, today is a big one if you're an Onlyfans agency and a very big one if you're a creator. Because today I'm starting to explain the process of what's behind Onlyfans 2.0. Basically, it's going to have a better name than this when I release it. But I'm essentially going to be showing you how to create a funnel system that allows you to really maximize OnlyFans in a significant number of ways. Number one, by starting to diversify your money outside of OnlyFans using your funnel so that you're not copying the 20% fee. You're not, your churn rate is essentially obsolete, and you can just upsell people all day because you have different things that you own, different lists. It's really just a complete thing. So we'll be getting into that towards the end. But first, we have a few little updates to go through. Now, I've been keen for the bucket list stuff that I've been wanting to film, and skydiving was definitely on there. The Halo skydiving, high altitude, low orientation skydiving with the face mask. To do that, you have to have done all this other skydiving. But then, right then I was watching a video, right? It popped up as a short. I was doing the reactions for the shorts, bulk scheduling them. And this video pops up and it's like, I'm a chick, I'm Australian, I'm paralyzed from the waist down, What happened? I went skydiving in Europe and I was like, fuck. And I was like, didn't she go tandem though? And she did. So she had an instructor, but the instructor pulled the chute way too late. And what happened was when they hit a certain altitude, the emergency chute released, but so did the standard chute. They both he pulled that one at the wrong time, and the emergency chute released at the exact same time, and they tangled, and so they just plummeted down, and they both survived, but they shattered their legs, their femur, their hips, like the whole way down, from legs down, paralyzed. Anyway, she's regained the ability to walk, but she still can't feel anything, and like she's destroyed her bladder and everything else. And I was watching, and I was like, what do you gain from a skydive besides the auxiliary feeling? And then I weigh it up and I'm like you get, you can say I've been skydiving and you gain like some exhilaration, but I think I value life a little bit more than that now that I start to look at it. I love adrenaline. I love doing adrenaline things. I love like MMA and kickboxing, I love racing around in sports cars. I love all of that shit, but you don't really get any control. Like, at least with kickboxing, when you're just jumping out tandem, you're relying on the instructor, number one. So you're hoping that they do a good job. And number two, it's just a giant fucking balloon. Like, you're just jumping, you're like, oh yeah, pull a balloon and just hope to fuck that it works. Oh, don't worry, we got an emergency balloon. But no one even said that the two could get tangled. And this balloon launches on its own, and then balloon 2 can get tangled with balloon 1, and then you're like, well, what do? Well, we hit the ground. That is just fucked. So the more I look at it, I'm like, it needs to be learnt, because it's like, a spy. It's almost like you're a secret agent to have jumped out of a plane. So I know I end up doing it, but I'm not going to be fucking happy about it. I can tell you about it now. I don't like the idea of jumping from all the way up with a balloon attached to me. Or why isn't there a backup? Why isn't there a better alternative for a backup? Rather than balloon 1 didn't work. What's our backup plan? Launch balloon 2. What? They need looking into that department. Whoever invented that, they need looking into that department. Have a better option than balloon 1 didn't work. Let's try balloon 2. Anyway, that's what I think about skydiving. So, other updates, my bank card finally arrived. It arrived yesterday. It arrived late last night. Not late last night. It arrived late yesterday afternoon after the podcast, so I didn't get to mention it. But I have to set that up today. So, I'll be going through setting it all up today. I've got to reset up all my reoccurring payments on everything, which is a fucking nightmare. But what that also means is now I can go ahead and book all the trips for everything. So from today as well, I'll have actual dates that I can tell you in tomorrow's podcast or in the Russian podcast tonight, сегодня вечером, about where I'm going in Dubai across to the US, and then the US to Europe and doing Europe. So, it's near Christmas. I'll be away for Christmas, which will be sad because my family, we have a very big family and we do big get-togethers, big events. And so at least I'm here for my birthday. I have all my family. I get to spend some time now with the family. We're doing sort of like a big kind of thing for my birthday. And then a few days after, I'll be heading over to Dubai. So stay tuned because the podcast is going to be coming at you from Dubai very soon. Today as well, I'll have the new Discord mods inside the Discord. So we'll be able to get people in faster. We'll be able to do a lot of shit. We'll have people inside the Discord faster. Be following up with members, making sure they're achieving things. We have certain metrics. If members cancel, they're removed, so we don't have to worry about time wasters in there. It's all going to be a lot smoother from today. I did the interviewing and vetting process yesterday, and I found 3 potentials that could be great. And if you know my process, okay, and if say you're scaling any business, this is great advice that I found for myself, is that I hire fast, but I also fire fast. So that means I give people a chance, okay, to prove themselves. And if they're great, okay, I keep them on board. They stay on board. I have people that have been working for me for years. I've genuinely changed people's lives from overseas that, where their average yearly wage is like $2,000 a year. And I've been paying them that a month for the work they do for me. And they're not even working full time. So, I've changed people's lives over there. But yeah, my concept is hire fast, fire fast. It's a lot harder to train someone up. And normally what I find is that people who come on board and perform average will always perform average. If you're average, you're just, especially, where I've seen this, and Alex on Mozzie talks about this as well, and I found the exact same thing. While trying to sell, I had people come on, they say, well, I need to learn the product first. I need a week, I need that. And I'd say, okay, look, we'll give you a trial week, and then I'll feed you warm IG leads. So I'd feed them ads. And I might spend $2,000 or $3,000 on ads and they don't close a sale. And they're like, I just need a little bit more time. I just need another week. No, motherfucker, you're gone. You can't close sales. You didn't perform. From me in the call center from day one, I went in, I listened to what the top boys were doing. I sat down, I listened to what Sean was doing. I listened to what these other boys were doing. And I was like, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to fucking absolutely smash sales. And I started smashing sales straight away. And then I scaled up and become the big source of the call center. So that's how it is. Fuck. And what I've realized is that all these micro skills that you learn add up over time. I love the quote, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And so, you look at like learning Russian and being in a call center and sales and face-to-face sales and learning website design and learning all this until where I am now. And it's all kind of evolved into one big amalgamation. Like it's like you don't even realize each skill that you're learning along the way, you don't even realize that it's building into one big beautiful thing. So yeah, it's exciting. Now I want to give some advice today for the young men that watch my channel. Okay, and this applies to young ladies as well, but more so, a lot of the watchers on this channel are young men. If you're a creator, okay, you can take this advice as well, but it's really just I'm giving it because I'm a young man, so I can speak a bit better towards young men. Now, a lot of young men, especially in these last couple podcasts, since I've been giving out more sort of life advice, they've been messaging me, bro, what should I be working on? Should I be focused on this? Should I be focused on that? I'm in my 20s, I'm 21, I'm 22, or I have dudes older than me, I'm 29, I'm 30, I'm 32, I feel like I've missed my chance, I feel like I've done it. What should I be doing? Number one thing you need to do is understand that where you are in life right now, okay, you are. You can't go back. You don't have the option to go back. No human that I know of on this planet has the option to be like, well, let me just start back here and we'll clean it up. You don't get that. Unfortunately, you may have a shit ton of things stacked against you. You may have momentum in your favor. Whatever it is, you are where you are on the board and you have to accept that. So number one is just accepting where you are. If you're looking out and you're weighing up your options, okay, say you're playing a game like Monopoly, and you realize, fuck, everyone else is a little bit further ahead than me, and I'm here on the board. All you can do is decide and say, well, that sucks. I'll wait for the next game, which in life, we don't know if we get another one. Or you can say, I'm going to just start making the best moves from now. What do I have in my favor? What leverage can I utilize? What options do I have? And so I want to give you possibly the highest leveraged opportunity vehicle that I can explain to anyone here. But the reason 99% of you won't pursue it, and you could do this as an OnlyFans creator as well, and this is what I recommend for a long term. All of you do this. This is by far the most stacked leverage opportunity you can pursue at the moment that I see. The best advice I can give you in today's world is to follow this opportunity, because you're stacking a multitude of different levers in your favor. And that is to launch your own fucking YouTube channel, okay? If you don't have anything to sell yet, that's fine. If you're an OnlyFans creator, you're only going to benefit from this immensely right from the get-go. The moment you start posting, you're going to inflood sales. You're going to inflood girls for shouts. The moment you start posting, you're stacking it in your favor. So if you watch my channel and you sit there going, I want to make more sales with OnlyFans, I want to make more money, but you haven't launched a YouTube channel, you know what you should be doing. That should be on your list. Write that down. That's what I'm going to do today. And young men, if you're watching this, or then you're a little bit older than myself, you're thinking, what do I have? What options can I pursue? Start a fucking YouTube channel. And if you're saying to yourself, I don't know what to start it on, this is why you get to stack leverage in your favor. Let me explain to you what I mean by stacking leverage in your favor. Pick a skill you've always wanted to learn, something you've always thought would be amazing to learn. Don't have to be an expert at it, and don't worry about money yet. Your problem is you want money now. And this is why you are where you are on the board, okay? Because you can't project and you can't look long term, and you're not willing to sacrifice and you're not willing to dedicate yourself to something. You have to look and say, the reason I am where I am now is because I've enjoyed instant gratification too much. Now I'm stuck where I am on the board. I have to be smarter. Look at the people who win in Monopoly. Okay, they accumulate properties and they monopolize. They don't just fucking sit there holding cash going, and then go out and fucking, I don't know. If you could buy stupid shit in Monopoly, say you could buy stupid shit like sports cars or upgrade your little icons so you look the best on the board and they had status for all of them, I guarantee a lot of you people would buy that dumb shit, okay? You have to make the correct move. So if you start a YouTube channel and you look and you say, what's another skill I would like to learn? I have recently done this again, and just copy, like, look what I'm doing. If I'm doing it, it means there's a great ROI. I would not be up to 187 podcasts. Imagine pushing out 187 podcasts as an already successful business person, one a day, like, unless that's telling you that I'm doing something, unless that's telling you that I'm getting an immense ROI for my time. So, pick a skill that you want to learn. It might be learning language. It might be learning guitar. It could be anything. It could be fucking legitimately anything. It could be a sport or jiu-jitsu. Don't worry about monetization yet, okay? Just pick a skill, pick something you want to learn, and then create a podcast about it. Talk about it each day. If it's guitar, sit there and do a podcast talking while you practice. Why would you do this? You stack so many levers in your favor. Now, say I was to learn guitar from scratch again. I already play guitar quite well, I would say. I play percussive guitar, and I play, I like Andy McKee sort of songs, and I play a few of them, and I played guitar since I was maybe 10, so 17 years, right? If I was to start guitar today and start to learn, not only would I get a good a plan in place and tell everyone I'm going to 80-20 it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, but I would launch a YouTube channel, and I would say, this is what I'm going to work on, these are my goals, da-da-da-da-da, thanks for joining. Let's tune in for the fucking live practice hours. And I would just sit there playing along, whether it's a live YouTube video and you go live, or whether you just record it and then upload it. Either way, okay, what you're doing is you're saying to people, I am dedicated enough to realize that I'm shit at something now, but I'm going to be good. And you will find an audience very, very quickly who relates with that. And you'll have people who watch you from day one all the way up until you're incredible, and they go, bro, oh my fucking God, like, I've watched your journey. I wish I did the same. Or you inspired me to start. Do you have any tips? Do you have this? Do you have that? And eventually it will just sell itself. People will say, bro, can I pay you for a one-on-one, a 1 hour session? Yeah, of course you can. There you go. Now you're making money from something you enjoy, plus you've learned a skill. Okay, and then as your YouTube channel gets bigger and bigger and more influence, you can start to cross-pollinate and talk about different things in different areas. And okay, you've learned guitar, now you're going to learn this. And then you can start to merge the two and merge them. Basically recording, I know, like, when I create a book in the future, I think one of the books I'm going to talk about is going to be something that I haven't seen anyone else talk about. No one else talks about this. And it's like leveraging learning to its maximum potential, like leveraged learning. So rather than just learning a skill for the sake of learning a skill, you learn a skill, but you do so many things at the same time that it stacks in your favor in a multitude of ways. Learn the skill, upload to YouTube. That's going to lead to good business. Not only that, it's going to lead to connections and other people who can help you. Other people who play guitar, for example, might watch your channel and be like, oh, bro, I can see where you're fucking up. You know, the reason you're fucking up is because you have your thumb too far back over the fucking fretboard. You know, you need to get your thumb right over the fretboard if you want to be able to play better. Oh, okay, I'll try that. Oh, bro, the reason that it sounds shit, okay, the reason that you're doing this bad is because you need to work on, I don't know, fucking making sure that you're hitting the correct strings. Maybe you should work on fingerstyle. Maybe you should work on this. Maybe you should work, and you're going to get tips that are going to improve your skill as well. Plus, people see that it's genuine. You show people you're willing to struggle. You build an audience. You get YouTube AdSense revenue. You monetize. It is just, it's the best plan by far for anything. Onlyfans content creators, you should 100% be pumping out daily videos talking about your life. You don't understand. Like, if you could just be in my life for one day, load up my phone when I click on Instagram and see the amount of appreciation messages I get. 50 to 100 messages. Thank you so much. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. And then I give away free shit. I give away content lists and contracts worth thousands of dollars and all these things. And I give them away. It just constantly stacks leverage in your favor. If I ever need to ask for anything, I can get it. So 100%, you know, you need to start YouTube. And I just wish I would have had started sooner, because for business, in terms of business, it's like building out ads that work for you long term. They get better over time. They accumulate an audience and they're free. They actually don't cost anything to do. Like, it's like you just, other than your time, they don't cost anything. They make you money right from the get-go. So 100%, that's what you need to be doing. Young dudes, if you're asking me, you know, so many of you boys have the wrong focus. You have shitty, lazy friends that aren't achieving anything. You have no one that you know of that you can seek counsel. You know, you have no mentors. Your body is horrendous. It looks like shit. You know, you don't work out, or you don't eat the correct nutrition, or you struggle to gain muscle. You struggle to gain size. You haven't traveled anywhere. You know, you think money's going to fix everything, but the reason you don't have money is because you haven't been willing to sacrifice. You haven't, dedicated yourself to one thing long enough. If you dedicate yourself to one thing long enough, it opens up the door for absolutely everything. Because when people say to me, oh, you know, you're lucky in your life, though, that you can do all these things because you have money. I say, no. I have money because I do all these things. I was dedicated in my business for such a long time. Do you think just by having money, I could just be incredible at playing guitar? Just doesn't work. Do you think I could speak another language? Do you think I could, you know, do all these different things in jiu-jitsu or whatever different sporting accomplishments? It comes from putting in time and volume, okay? And so your characteristic traits that lacking is that you're not willing to put in the time, or you're too nervous of what other people think about you. That's what it really is. You know, when I was speaking with a few friends, they had been filming YouTube videos, and then they're like, oh my God, yeah, but what if people say, oh, I got my first hater, oh, I got this, oh, I got that, oh, I don't want to post anymore. You care what other people think way too fucking much. And everyone says, I don't care what other people think. You do, motherfucker. Trust me, you definitely care. So get out there and start your fucking YouTube channel. Now, we're nearly at 200 episodes. Fucking, we are mopping up. I might do a giveaway for 200 episodes. I'm trying to think. We're like 13 days off, so I'll be over in Dubai. I may be able to do a giveaway. We'll see how it goes. Something, I don't know. I'll definitely do a giveaway for the 10K subscribers, because I mentioned that so far back, like, start of this year. I said once I hit 10K subscribers, I was thinking last year, but I think it was the start of this year. I said once I hit 10K, I'll give something big away as well. So we'll be doing that. What else? Out of the Southeast Asian countries, this was a question that I got in the Instagram poll. People say, like, what's your favorite Southeast Asian country? You know, I've been pretty much everywhere. Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. I've been to all of these countries. I would say my favorite place by far, and I've frequented there probably nearly 10 times, I think, Thailand. I love Thailand, especially Phuket, but it's because I enjoy things there. Like, if you like skiing, you would probably like Japan. When you go to Japan, you do the ski resort and shit. You go for a reason. I love Thailand because I love Thai food, and I love training. And Tiger Muay Thai is just incredible. You get the heat. You're close to the beach. You get, like, incredible food, incredible training facility, everything's there. So now I've traveled through the rest of Southeast Asia, bar maybe a few little countries, which I'll check out. I don't think I'd go back to any of the other countries. I probably have no need to go back to any of those other countries ever. And now I'll just keep ticking off countries. Once I hit 30, I believe once I hit age 30, I'll have traveled to pretty much most countries in the world, bar a heap of Africa. I will stick to the safe areas of Africa, obviously. I don't see the risk versus reward doesn't really seem that stacked in my favor. But I'll visit a few of the African countries. I'll have been through all of Europe. I'll be heading to Europe now, and then I'll do the other part of Eastern Europe in a different trip. China or Mongolia and Russia throughout a trip. Japan and Korea, all in there, and New Zealand. And then next year I'll do South America. So I'll have basically been everywhere in the world. I'll have got a very good roadmap of what the world is like and what the world offers in different places. So, I brought that up. I'm just fucking killing the game. Today's a more sluggish day. You can see how long I'm drinking. I'm slowly drinking the coffee. But we have some good shit to go into as well. Now, testimonials, I'm not going to flash them up here today. You can check. I put them as feed posts, and I'm putting them on the Hive website as well. I'm going to update all the testimonials there today because I've got so many more. But we had a Hiver say he's on track to do a 200K month. I put up the photo yesterday. His previous 3 months were like 100 plus K for every single month. So cumulatively over the last 4 months, he's definitely generated in excess of $500 plus $1,000. It'd be more than that. It'd be 6 or 7, but $500 plus $1,000 in revenue, which is fucking pretty insane for OnlyFans. Managing a girl. We have another Hiver that joined recently. First $4,000 day, over $4,000 in sales. And then it's just standard Hive My Business. We had members getting $200 tips for messages. And the dude that bought that wanted a picture of the chick reading a book naked. $200. It's the easiest game in the world, baby. The easiest game in the world. Now, that's really all I have to talk about. Once we hit the 200 episodes, I'll be re-uploading all the new ones. Not re-uploading. I will be uploading all of the new podcasts that haven't been put on Spotify onto Spotify and Google Podcasts and those. And then I'll do it every 50 from there. Well, I have my team do it. But every 50 videos, I'll have that taken care of. So if you're in Dubai as well, no one's hit me up yet for videography. I know it's a very specific thing, but if you're a videographer in Dubai, hit me up. I'll be rolling through Dubai, and I need some shit filmed. I need some cool shit for this camel, and then let me know because I'll be sending it off to my editor plus playing with it myself, and I want to make these videos absolutely schmicko for the bucket list. Now let's get into today's topic, which is focused around the OnlyFans 2.0. So starting to move into the 2.0 stages now. It's really, really fucking sexy. So what you can see here, right, in the background, you probably can't see it fantastically, but the first thing that you come to is like an opt-in page, okay? So this is what I have for the Hive Mind, and it's essentially exactly the same for your OnlyFans. Now, it's blurred out. You don't need to worry about the text or anything like that. Essentially, it's just a very, very simple page. And what we will have is an incentivization inside of Linktree. This is what you want to build on. That says, for a free video or a free picture or my dirtiest picture of the month, my dirtiest video, all you have to do is click this link. They click this link, they come to this page, and then it says, let me send you the video for free, okay? Absolutely free. All I need is your email address. Now, when you capture their email address, you have where they come from, which is hopefully they've added you on a social, so they already follow you on one social. Now you have data you own, which is their email address. Remember, you're building an asset list as well. If another girl was to say, hey, could you give me promo or shout out? And you say, yeah, I have 1,000 Simps emails. I could definitely do that. You could sell that off or milk your own list yourself. You have their emails, which you can remarket to again and again and again and again until they unsubscribe. And once they give you the email, they put it in here, an automated email goes out that says, hey, the video file's too large for me to send on email. What's your number, baby? And I'll text you. Now you've captured their phone number as well, and you can input their phone number manually into the data, okay, because you want to build another list as well. This is Kajabi, inside of Kajabi, and you're not really breaking any of Kajabi's guidelines because you're not sending, content on Kajabi. There's no adult content on Kajabi. You are simply capturing emails. You're using it as a landing page, And then all of that other stuff is taking place outside. Now, when you have their number, you can simply hit them up on WhatsApp, okay? And then you have an unlimited sales process that you can start. You have automated emails that you can pump out to start to upsell them towards your OnlyFans, towards, you could have a subscription outside of OnlyFans where the benefit of that is you're keeping 20%. And if you have 2 sets of subscriptions on both OnlyFans and one outside of OnlyFans, it gives you some degree of diversification of safety, because if your OnlyFans account goes down for some reason, okay, you still have another revenue stream. And on top of that, not only do you get another revenue stream, you don't have to pay the OnlyFans 20%. You're only paying a 2% gateway fee elsewhere or on PayPal, or you pay a small percentage, nothing like 20%. If OnlyFans as a platform completely gets removed as well, you will be so thankful, because you'll be one of the only girls that has built up data externally, and then when you launch on another thing, okay, or the new thing comes up, or the meta porn or whatever it is, you will have a whole audience ready to go. And trust me, if you think that it's not important to do this, I'll try and give you an example. When I transitioned, from e-commerce across to the OnlyFans stuff, all I did was send out a very simple email to my list and said, hey, look, the focus will start to shift from e-commerce to OnlyFans. If you're in the list, feel free to unsubscribe. If you're interested in it, it's basically e-commerce, but you're selling the world's easiest product. And I just had an influx of business come in instantly from sending out one email, and then I can automate other emails to go out to continue to capture more and more people over time. But because I have such a massive audience, I can just instantly say, okay, I want a big windfall day today. I'll just send out a simple email. So you need to control the data. Now, when the dudes add you, or you add them in WhatsApp, the best part is essentially you have an unlimited way now to reduce churn. If you have your sales team there on WhatsApp, or you can do it in any program, really. You could use a burner number, you could use anything, but I recommend WhatsApp. If they churn their subscription on OnlyFans, you can spam message them. You can message it, and if you're like, I don't want to spam message, you're in business. This is a sales business. You can follow up with them consistently in WhatsApp, okay? You can follow up consistently via email. You have multiple ways to reduce churn, and you can run the expired campaigns for people in thingy as well inside of OnlyFans. So you have multiple different ways to reconvert these subscribers. As I said, if you're bringing in 5 to 10K a month with OnlyFans already, most likely the thing that you need to be focusing on now is putting systems in place to reduce churn, because excess marketing can bring you more sales, but eventually you're going to hit a cap point where the amount of effort that you put into sales is going to be capped by your ability. And so for the 100 customers that you're bringing in new each month, you're also losing 100 customers. So you're just kind of staying where you are, and your business isn't growing, and you're stuck by your skill set. So until you learn new skills, you're basically stuck earning what you would just at a higher paying job. So the way you progress then is to start to reduce your churn and start to look for different leveraged marketing opportunities. Focusing on churn is definitely the number one thing to start to focus on. Reducing churn, it's a lot easier to reconvert someone who has already purchased, okay, rather than trying to acquire new customers. And on top of that, when you have them on WhatsApp, you can upsell them fucking anything. And if you decide, hey, I don't want to sell on OnlyFans, they want to buy a video, but they're not happy to do it on OnlyFans, you can just push them it straight away through PayPal or whatever the fuck you want. A piece of rogue fluff decided to just jeopardize one of my eyes and try and compromise the whole podcast. But I do have one more thing to say that you need to listen to as well before we finish up. And this is captivating an audience. There's an extra little bit of audience that you'll get that others won't. And they are the people that message on Instagram and say, hey, I want to I want to but I don't want OnlyFans showing up on my bank statements. And a lot of people don't purchase for that reason. They don't want it to show up. However, if you're using, your Kajabi funnel, and then you're saying, oh, you can just pay on PayPal then, babe. Oh, you can just pay me through Stripe Gateway. You can just pay through this. You're also capturing that percentage of the market that's worried about, things showing up on their bank account statements. So that's just extra juice and jam. In one of the business sales training videos that I'll probably most likely film today, depending on how much shit I get done, I'm actually going to show you the opt-in pages. So we have actual opt-in pages that we've been using and testing with 7-figure creators, okay, and different things, and been pumping revenue in a whole different amount of ways. So I'm going to show you what the opt-in page actually looks like. We're going to go through the opt-in page in detail. Then we're going to start to move into the sales page. Now, when 2.0 comes out, okay, it's not for a little bit yet, but when 2.0 does come out, and I'll call it something sexier, essentially it's just plug and play. These are things that we've tested that convert the highest, and it'll just be in-depth training. Like, this is what you do to handle them outside in WhatsApp, okay? This is how you hire a team to handle it on WhatsApp remotely, okay? This is how to focus on reducing churn. These are the operations that need to take place each day. An email being sent out when subscribers cancel. You know, we have a follow-up text and we have this, and then you have your team handle it. It's just system, 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 system. Plus, the entire website, because it's a funnel, I essentially go into Kajabi, I hit copy theme liquid, and it copies the entire website. So you get the entire thing ready to go. You don't have to design shit yourself. You just plug it in. This is the highest converting. You just click upload theme. It's all there, and then all you're doing is changing your coloring with your brand coloring, okay? And you just do that very easily in primary colors. It'll change it across the board. And then you're just changing the name of you as a creator that's on the page, or you as an agency that's on the page, okay? Because there's 2 different funnels, one for an agency as well. And then that's it. You just change out the pictures. Just change inside the automated email if you do want to send out a picture as well, but you can blur it. There's all different ways. It's very, very simple. And it's just like plug, play, ready to go, and then watch your revenue increase. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're going to be going over the Chelsea stuff from, I forgot to mention, with Chelsea, we're going to launch November 1st because it's going to give us a clear indicator on our month-to-month data. So Chelsea's basically finished up all the content now. We've got the intro, outro videos done. We've got the voiceover on those done. And essentially, as soon as November 1st hits, we'll launch the marketing across all the X-rated sites, and that way we'll get to see all the data. Now, hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. I'm going to give out some free value as always. If you want the reference sample contract that you can pass on to your lawyers and stuff to look at when working with a girl, or if you're a girl wanting to work with an agency and you want sort of a reference contract you can use in place that you could offer them, okay, send me a message. I'm willing to give that out to you for free on Instagram. Just message me at the Mac Life. Remember, this cost me thousands of dollars to get this written up, and I just give it out for free. So people ask me for a lot of shit in Instagram. Don't abuse it. You know, I get people asking me for 3 or 4 different things I talk about, which is fine. I'm happy to give it out for free. But then you also want like free tutoring. You've just gotten thousands and thousands of dollars of value. On top of that, I'm giving out a list. So if you want a list of 1,000 potential ladies to work with, and remember, I'm constantly refreshing this list based off the newest data with the bot scraping. If you want 1,000 people that are OnlyFans models you could potentially shout for shout or work with, okay, hit me up. Do you know the amount of people that have messaged me and said, oh, thank you so much for that list. Now I found 2 girls to work with. Oh, thank you for that list. Now I've got 3 girls I've done shout outs with. It's absolutely insane. I give that to you for free on Instagram as well. And if you want the content list of the hottest ideas, the 20 hottest topics, the best trending topics that you can create content for, okay, send me a message at the Mac Life on Instagram and I'll send you that for free as well. So hopefully you found some value in today's video. If you did, share it with a friend. Hit subscribe so you don't miss these videos, and I'll see y'all in tomorrow's one.